Hi.
What's up? Episode 11. Once.
Right. Consistency. What? Who?
Undici means 11 in Italian.
One more time.
Undici.
Undici, y'all.
Undici in Italian. Once in
Spanish.
Spanish. And 11 in English.
All right. What?
Oh, yeah.
Unsidi, what? What happened? Say it again.
Undici.
Undici, y'all.
So,
I got a new word. Undici.
we are back. Guess what, guys? It's not raining.
No, the
And
total
we're
opposite.
here. It's a beautiful day.
Tell them the temperature.
Almost 80. My car said 80, but then the phone said
sitting
77.
in the leather and stuff like that.
But anyway, it's a beautiful day.
Yes, it is.
So I was a little late today, but not because I was enjoying the weather, because I was driving all over God's creation.
Enjoying the weather.
So, how was your week?
What is today? First of all, I had to ask like the fourth time today what day it is. But let me tell you something. My day was wonderful.
She spent it with me.
It was, and the thing is, I was just saying this like 5 seconds before we started talking. I had some things in mind, but I was sitting there thinking, I went to a restaurant that I've been wanting to go to for a while. It's a soulful restaurant. Let me tell y'all something, a potato salad. You know how y'all have that little pinch? The potato salad have a little bit of pinch of that mustard just to give it that little sizzle. And the onions are, cut so fine that, it's in there, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying.
Let me tell you something. I want to bring something up to the attention here. I guess I'm feeling a little spicy today.
Why?
So we get to the restaurant.
Oh, I forgot.
Nobody was there.
It was just her and I.
It was just her and I.
They just opened.
At first. Yes, because they open at 12. The gentleman at the door was like, 2? I said, yeah. He seated us.
Right.
Guess what he did?
Look what he did, friend.
He pulled out the chair for her and he basically said, F you to me.
He did not say anything to you. But I thought that, you know what?
She was like, oh, thank you. I said, yeah, what am I? Like, shit.
But let me tell you something. That was just confirmation to what I was about to put all together as, what's the word? As a cluster.
No, go ahead. Cluster this.
Let me tell you something. Like I said, I went to the restaurant today. The weather was beautiful. I got my hat on, but I, fixed it up as best as I could. The weaves ain't installed yet. We real over here. So I went to check on that and make an appointment. And then we went to the restaurant and the food was delicious. The potato salad. You had
We're still going with the potato salad. I had cornbread and I had shrimp.
We
mac
both
and
had,
cheese.
but she didn't want to try the devil eggs. Anyway, I had salmon, baked macaroni and cheese, and potato salad, and you had the shrimp,
mac and cheese.
Delish, and I had a ginger ale on the side. I was winning.
No, I had sweet tea. I
was winning. So I say all of that to say, I felt awesome because of the fact that you ever think. You always hear the phrase people throw it around all the time. Remember where you are right now because it could be something or someone in your life that you prayed for. So meaning like don't focus on all that you need to do or where you're not at, but enjoy where you are.
Yeah, well, like they say, like, and every morning, like I speak to God. Me and God have this conversation when I'm driving to work because that's usually
that's your time.
My time.
Right.
And I always say, thank you for all the answered prayers that I'm sitting in right now because we forget.
Yes.
Like we forget
and
what we prayed for.
Because, we're always, as human beings.
Because you're always like looking for
reaching.
the next thing.
You're always reaching. So, I sit there and I was just thinking of things like so deep. You know how I am. I guess also too, because it's like a lot of emotions. But on a positive and not like in a sadness emotion. But I was so grateful because that was even an answered prayer. And someone would think about it like, oh, it's just a restaurant. But when you think back on the journey of life, on your life, it's like there was a time in my life I couldn't even go out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? It was like so hard. And even if I had the means to go out to dinner, I had no one to go out to dinner with as far as a friend. You know what I'm saying? And I was saying to someone earlier, because, we get the infamous question all the time, how long y'all been friends?
And I'm gonna be 2 years, guys.
Right? And when I tell people that, they're like,
"I'm like, it's gonna be 2 years."
I'm like, yeah, I feel like it's 15.
And when I met her, she was so quiet.
Yeah, you know, like I'm
was
a
so
bubbly,
proper.
friendly person. Look, I am. Listen, y'all could. I tell you all the time, you could take me to the White House or the Trap House. I'm
She
that.
was
I'm
so
that friend.
proper. She had her floral dress going.
I still got my flowy dresses. Wait till you see the ones I bought.
I'm still the same.
What with your sweats?
No,
and your-
I'm just still the same. I'm not proper. I'm kind of.
You one of the best speaking people I have
Yes,
ever
when
met.
I have to be.
Me too.
But I'm saying, like, with me and you, like, I've kind of been. No, I didn't call you stupid ass bitch.
Right. We went through some storms that made us stronger. Back to what I'm saying before you get me sidetracked and we start. And you know what? That was one of the gratitude blessings that I was saying. We didn't even argue today, but look, she couldn't even hold that. Couldn't even be 24 hours with that. So that one is out the window. Whoop. But what I'm saying is, I was just reflecting on things back in my life. And it's like, people think that it's minor stuff unless they could relate to it. Mm. But I'm realizing that you have to continuously be grateful, even if it's for the smallest thing. Like, I have a thing where I go to the gas station and when I fill up my tank, I'm like, God, I thank you. Because there was a time that I had to scrape for money for gas. Mm-hmm. Like, you remember those hard times and you remember them. And then when you're out of them, don't forget them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of easy to forget where you came. It's kind of like, don't forget where you came from.
It's not to forget, it's you don't want to remember sometimes.
Yeah, you don't want, but I gotta say this. For some reason, I tend to always go back to the bad times and the hard times. And then I sit in it and then I'm like, well, what if that happens again? See, I think certain people, don't forget where you come. I sometimes want to forget.
No, of course, because it's traumatic
like I
experiences,
and I'm scared, like I'm gonna go back.
No,
to
but
that.
I'm just talking about like our experiences are totally different, but it traumatized you in one way.
Yeah, like I have PTSD from that, and
Me
it's
too.
like I always constantly remind myself, like, okay, it's it's a thin line between going back to there and staying here.
But
so
you know what? I
kind of always got to humble myself. Not even humble, because I'm
you're
really
very humble.
super humble person. But kind of remind myself, like, all right, girl, don't get too comfortable, because
put the fire.
That's right there. Yeah, and I kind of got complacent not complacent, because I'm definitely not a complacent person. But like,
you don't know when to sit down.
I kind of got just like, okay, I'm in a good place, but I could always be better. You know what I mean?
But we all can. But that's what I'm trying to say. And what I wanted to say too, because we were having a conversation while we were at lunch today. I'm very proud of you, friend.
Why?
I don't want to get into like details of things or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, one thing about you that I always admire and learning about you, meaning the person, not just Connie the business owner, but Connie as the individual, as the person. You are one of the most intelligent people that I've ever met. See, this is I can't even have a serious moment, but I'm gonna get back to what I gotta say, because it's been on my heart.
And intelligent.
But you're one. Let me tell you something, and this is the thing what I was talking about with all the things I was thinking about. You are one of the most intelligent people I know. Like, you're the type of person, not only you speak well, you write well, you're get good grades in school, and you were in clubs and stuff. But you just the way of your way of thinking, the way of you speaking, and it's like, I'm so proud, because that's why I celebrate people so hard, because I feel like if God is blessing my friend or God is blessing someone next to me, I know God is in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to say, like, I'm so grateful because I have this amazing person that wants to be my friend. You get what I'm trying to say? And I was having a conversation with someone earlier, and they were asking, like, how long you guys been friends? They couldn't believe it. And I was just giving like the breakdown. And I said something, and it kind of like clicked to me. You know how you speak things and then you just think about it later, like, wow, I said, for many years, I said, especially after my mom passed, I shut down. I said, but for many years, I knew a lot of people, but I didn't have friends. And I feel like, God gave me an answered prayer. And even though it may not be big to someone else, only God and I know the detail and the back end of it. But what I also said to her is, I thank God for bringing me a friend like Connie, but I thank God even more that I could be the same friend to her. Because people pray for things and want things and desire, but what are you bringing to the table? And I said, that's my whole thing. It has to be reciprocal. And I feel like okay, I could have had someone that was genuine and all of these great things, but I may not have had the capacity before then to obtain it. You could receive a blessing, but it's another thing to maintain the blessing. That's the whole thing. And when I said that, I was like, oh my God, look, you is smart.
See, she's intelligente. So.
Right. And that was part of my gratitude.
So today,
y'all.
like me and her were discussing like different endeavors that I'm going to try and go and embark on.
Hi, my nephew.
And do
Love
certain
you.
things, right? And I'm like, you know what? Everybody be talking about their soft girl era.
Oh, boy.
I'm not in my soft girl era. I'm in my rich girl era.
Please, period.
50's around the corner,
right?
And I'm gonna be in my rich girl era. She's gonna be in a rich girl era. I'm gonna be in my rich girl era, and that's all that I'm. That's how.
And you know what? I'm so ready because I got a list that I want to do and have and get.
So
and bless.
On that note, I don't want to be in my soft girl era. I want to be a little softer, but I want to be.
We're praying about it.
In my rich girl era, like. You want that? Oh, I got you. You want that? I got you. You know, it's not even for me, but like I want to be like a conglomerate. Like I want it.
Here she go with these words. Here she go with these words. I want
like my family to have a family business. Like we them, right? Like the Kardashians, but good people. Like us, we're better.
I like them.
So does Gab. But anyway, and I got the real Kim. Just so we're clear, I birthed the Kim. But on that note, let's go to
listen to this, y'all.
Girl. So I was sent a video, and I'm going to let you guys hear it. Hopefully you can hear it.
Hey, listen, fellas. We done with the whole masculine provider male era. We're in our soft guy era, okay? Drizzle. Listen, you need to hold out and make that woman wait until she shows you that she's capable and that she's loving enough for you to give your body to her. You know? Because at the end of the day, it's all about us. It's all about us. We just want our equal rights as men. So... Drizzle.
What's the drizzle?
Repeatedly in videos
sprinkle,
like this,
sprinkle.
and I know this is men's attempt to throw women's logic back in their faces, but the truth is we already knew you were in your soft guy era. We thought you were soft when you couldn't resist a woman's temptation when you had a girlfriend, a fiance, or a wife. We knew you were in your soft guy era when you went to the store to get a pack of cigarettes or a gallon of milk and never came back. We knew you were in your soft guy era when you begged your baby mama not to put you on child support because you couldn't survive if she took that $250 a month, even though she was the one who was feeding the child and clothing the child, and she was the one who was providing shelter for that child as well. Like, we already knew you were soft. We're just proud of you guys for finally having the strength to admit
the strength, not the
This
strength.
is meant to be a joke, but the joke's on you because you're only telling women what we already knew. So go ahead, get your laughs, get your views, get your engagement, and then get out of single women's faces because they don't care.
Hey, listen.
That hurt my heart.
So, on that note, what's your thoughts?
That's a lie. I'm still proud. I'm like, oh God.
She thought that you guys was gonna come at me, but what is your thoughts? You want to hear my thoughts?
I want to hear it first. You first, because I'm still processing over here. It takes me a little bit longer to download. So you go right ahead, friend. I'm at 68%.
All right.
It's buffering.
Soft girl era, soft guy era, period. I think we all might need a little softness, right?
Yeah.
But can the men today get any softer?
But what about hold out on your body?
Trying to be like, respect yourselves.
Oh,
like
your body's your temple?
Yeah, your body's your temple. You know how like soft girl, like men need to take you out on dates. You need to respect your body and this and that.
Right.
And I'm all for that. And I'm all for that on a man too. Because as a man, like what you out there like hoeing around? Because that don't make you a man.
Right.
So I wouldn't equate that with soft man era.
Right.
But what I would say is I don't know if like this whole soft guy era, like you should be a gentleman. Like, let me put my phone down. Sorry, Joe.
See, I told you she always knocking down equipment and stuff.
You should be a gentleman. And if your mom didn't teach you to be a gentleman, shame on her. Because you know what? There's these moms out there, single moms, together moms. I don't care what kind of mom you are, because this is going for the single moms, moms in a relationship, moms that coupled, moms married. I don't care what you are. As a mom, you should be teaching your son how to be a gentleman.
It's true. And you know what's so amazing?
And you should teach your son
She get
to
mad,
be
y'all.
a man. Because that's your job. You moms want to like coddle these boys.
And want these boys to have these strong
boys
women.
Be going and getting married or being in a relationship to a strong woman. And they're like the woman in a relationship.
Baby.
Shame on you moms for doing that. And you know what? Come at me. You can say whatever you want. I am a single mom. I raised a boy.
Yeah.
And yes, he had his dad in his life for a short period of time, and he saw what a man was.
Right.
And at the end of the day, his father regardless of what happened between me and him, his father was still a gentleman.
He was still a man.
When it came to women, and he was still a man. And I'm so grateful that my son picked up on that. Don't mean he's like a soft guy. He's a gentleman. So I think soft guy needs to be removed. Because I think
especially in that way,
some of you are way too soft, and you're not being the men that you're supposed to be.
But then we also automatically, because they feel that way or are that way, we automatically get called aggressive. You know what I mean? We automatically
get called
because we have no choice but
when
to
a man
be.
is too good, they call him a simp.
A simp.
He ain't a simp.
You saw what they
gentleman.
did to Russell Wilson because he's showing how he loves his wife and his family. So he's automatically a simp.
My thing is, I believe there's nature and nurture, right?
Okay.
We've had this discussion
Right.
before. I believe both attribute to
Who you are.
I
agree.
Okay,
100%.
But I 100% believe that when you are coddling your baby boys, moms, you are not doing him.
You're not
a
making
favor.
them strong.
Because you know what? I love my son. My son walks through that door, my heart melts.
Yes, that's
and
what
ain't
she
no
saw.
one's
That's the
gonna
only
tell-
soft girl
like,
era.
that is my
That's the
soft
only
girl
soft
era.
girl era moment.
My son walks through that door and my heart melts because that's my baby. He's my boy.
Right.
And I love my daughter. But that is my boy. He melts my heart.
And he's your youngest.
But let me tell you something. If I coddled him, or if I made him weak, or if I made him not a gentleman, I failed as
because
a mom.
he's a reflection of you.
I failed as a mom. I want my son to be a good husband.
Right.
I want my
Right.
son to ride for his wife as
Right,
much as
and
I
let her
want
feel
his wife
safe.
to ride
Exactly.
for him.
And that's the whole thing. And that's what I was saying about the friendship thing. You know, some people, they have requirements to want this and that. But who are you or what are you?
I want my son to make sure his wife and his family
Is comfortable.
are
They're
comfortable,
comfortable,
are protected, are
safe.
secure, are safe.
Right.
That's his job as a man.
And that's the
And
minimum.
I think that's what's failing. And they keep saying like, oh, it's because these boys are being raised by single moms.
No.
It's
It's a
just,
mindset.
I think
It's
it's
a
a
culture.
mindset. And I think it's
It's
as
your
a
environment.
mom, like you're failing that boy. You're failing him because you feel bad that there's not a man in the house. Don't matter. You
it
make
don't
him
even
a
matter.
man.
And you know what's this? It was the cutest thing today. I take Jordan to school first, and then Jacob rides with me, you know, to come back home. And it was the cutest little thing because he always followed me behind. You know, Jacob is my twin. Then he opens up the screen door, and then I open up the second door, and I'm like, go ahead. He was like, no, ladies first. He always opens up the door for me when we
But
get
that's
home.
what
It's the little things, and he's
those
9.
little things that make you a gentleman.
Yes.
And that's what's missing. Forget about, I think we need to get back to the gentleman era. What happened to that?
Yeah.
What happened to that?
But you know what? I could see it on both sides of the coin too, because, you know, some men be like, oh, how are we going to be gentlemen when some ladies act a certain way?
Yes, but again,
That shouldn't take away from what
that
you should be
shouldn't
doing.
then you're with the wrong woman.
Right.
Then you're doing that for the wrong woman.
Right.
But there are women who still want a gentleman. And I think being a gentleman is so important.
Right.
Like I will say, and like I say this all the time, like, yes, my son is my weakness. He's my soft spot, whatever.
Mm-hmm. but
But even his friends,
oh, they are amazing.
Gentlemen.
All of them. And they don't
Gentlemen.
let us. We could be carrying a piece of bread. They're like, no.
Gentlemen.
And they're so respectful. They're caring.
and it's like, congratulations to the moms,
Their mothers.
and the fathers, whoever
Whoever
taught them
contributed
how
to
to be
them.
that.
For real.
But like
all of them.
that is what you should be focused on.
That's the model. Instead of being down and having all of this.
Not being your
hard.
soft, like your soft guy era.
No.
You need to be a gentleman.
For real.
That needs to come back.
And let me tell you something. It's so amazing that you said that, because I remember, like, you know, growing up in school and even like childhood friends, you remember the gentlemen.
Yes.
That were gentlemen even as young kids.
Yes.
Like I don't really see too many of my friends now, like social media is but I will never forget. And you remember, you know, I ran into one of my childhood friends. We will bump into each other because we have mutual friends and we've been friends forever. He missed my birthday and it was like almost a month later, and I come home and it's like a dozen of roses and balloons. It wasn't like, oh, I want her or anything like that. That is my friend. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Gentlemen.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
it was so beautiful. And I still haven't seen them since.
Happened to that?
Because society made men think that they are soft.
You know, like,
look at them, the rappers, it's just so much exposure of certain things that's starting to shift people's mind. And not just saying men, women as well. Listen to the rap songs now. Listen to the music. It's like, get money, F this, don't, who need them. So it's like you're putting this in your head.
And like I said, I am a really strong woman. So I open my own door. Like, even if I'm out with a man and they go to open the door, it's so much my reaction just to open
it yourself.
But it's like, and even open my door and whatever, like
right.
it takes me back a little bit, but I think it takes me back because it's such a dying,
it's rare
thing right
it's
now.
Rare. It's so rare. And
all
it's
you
like,
hear is you where you want to meet up or
WYD.
Yeah, like W.YD, or where you want to meet, or what time, like what time you done with work, or what you want to
how are you doing, or
yeah,
hey,
like, hey, I'd like to take you out,
yeah,
or hey, I'd like
how
to
you
take
been?
you,
How's
or,
things going?
Or there's, let me know when you're free. What
for what?
You will be holding your breath for your lifetime,
but
if you're waiting for me to let you know when I'm free.
To me, it just shows like,
give me a reason why I need to be free.
Right, and not even that. It's
give
like,
me a reason why I need to free up my time for you.
Exactly, and it's like, what do you want?
What do you want?
What do you want?
What do you want? Because what you want, there's a million girls who'll be willing to give it to.
Go find them.
Why are you bothering me?
Leave me alone. I'm busy. Look, I'm busy being masculine.
So again,
you know what I mean? I'm busy being masculine.
Gentlemen,
men's.
Soft men era is not what you need to be going.
So what do you feel about soft girl? Since you said you're in your soft girl, let's elaborate.
No, I'm in my rich girl era.
Rich? Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
I'm
Correction,
not in my
friend.
soft girl
My
era.
apologies, friend. I'll take the hit on that.
Because if I want to be a rich girl era, I need to go out there.
Period.
Hustle. Do what I gotta do.
That's what I was gonna say. What is your take on soft girl era? Because I'm like,
I mean, I think
it's something as a joke, but it's
the
like,
thing is, soft girl era is what I preach though to you too. A lot of times, like, you at the end of the day, like, do those nice things for yourself and not just get your nails done, get your hair done.
And to me, I thought that was something.
Or like, that's not
because
but
it was a mindset.
You know, like, do something for yourself. Take yourself out.
Speaking of which, I want to get a tattoo soon, friend.
I okay, 50.
Who?
Get matching.
For real, I'm serious. I've been thinking about that. I'm like, I need to get a tattoo. I haven't had a tattoo in so long.
That whole soft girl era, that's great. Like, you should always be taking care of yourself, and you should always be prioritizing yourself. And I think,
that's what I'll struggle.
That. And I think
we put that in the back
that's
burner.
where the soft girl era approached.
That also too, and I could speak from a different dynamic, and let me know what you think. Also, I feel environment has a lot to do with certain things. Mm-hmm. And I like, just for example, you know, getting your nails done, getting your hair done, you know, from my environment, which produced the mindset that I had, I thought that was something. But that was the norm.
You know what? I've been getting my nails done since I was a kid.
Right.
Like,
see, that was a treat for me.
That was a big thing back then, and I used to always get my nails done.
That was
even
a treat.
my hair. I mean, I used to color my hair
Why
a
does
lot.
Curl want to act up? Curl, let me tuck this behind a headset.
But like, my mom wasn't really the
good?
type to go and get her nails done. Or my mom gets her nails done now
so
as
cute.
she saw me and Gab
Yeah,
get it. Like, now she gets her feet done, her nails done, but not even like monthly. She just goes. When they're a mess, then she'll go. But like, my mom didn't really raise me with that mindset. Mm-hmm. And I think I developed that on my own because of my environment.
Yeah.
But then Gabriella, my daughter, I used to start taking her from when she was young. Like that
Right.
girl does her hair, her nails, whatever. Like
For real.
that's a priority. But I don't think that's part of soft girl era. I think what soft girl era needs to be is for you to actually be kind to yourself.
Girl.
Grow. Learn your triggers. Learn your faulty thinking.
Yes.
Learn not your mistakes. Like learn
From
your
your lessons, your
short
experiences.
tempers, like
Yeah.
your shortcomings.
Right.
Learn those and become the better version of yourself. I
Right.
think that's what soft girl era
And
should
I
focus
agree
on.
with that.
Not just like, oh well, where are you taking me? And I'm the queen.
We
and I am
outside.
the queen.
Right. And it was so, it's
Pizza
like I
queen,
said,
according to Rico on my
on her
TikTok.
Instagram live. That was
No, my
TikTok?
TikTok.
Oh, my bad.
According to
Wrong
Rico, I am
social
the
media.
pizza queen. So get that straight.
So,
But
and when I was in my my, how do you say it? Gratification mode.
okay,
We're going to use that word. That's all right,
your
right?
gratitude mode.
My gratitude mode, whatever. I was just thinking about all of these things, and it's like, I just got automatically grateful because sometimes your mind shifts into that mode. Like you think about all the things that's not going on in your life, all the dysfunction, all the worry, all
Yeah,
that.
definitely think it's the way to go is to be grateful for what you have because we forget.
But
our
listen to
unanswered
this.
prayers,
But
our
the best
answered
thing,
prayers.
but the best thing for me, and this was big for me, and it just like hit me. I'm like, yo, I am really a dope person. And look, you saw I had to look at the camera. I'm really a dope. And I say that so humbly because I used to be so hard. And and I still have my moments, but I used to be so hard on myself. Like so hard. And when people would compliment me, I couldn't even receive the compliment.
You know what?
What,
that
friend?
happened to me this morning. So
And I'm like, yeah.
I this morning woke up a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
And
She been late all day, y'all.
Yeah, for real. I don't know what it is. I guess I had my
this
mindset.
is the after eclipse.
So I said, all right. So I just started drinking bone broth. Guys, comments. How's this working?
Bone broth.
'Cause
It made me nauseous.
I'm about to be 50 and I heard it's good for your collagen and your protein.
Okay.
So I just started drinking bone broth, right? So I had like a cup of bone broth this morning. Then I made my protein shake. Then I went to the pizzeria. Then I went to Restaurant Depot, which is like my second home.
For real.
So I did all my shopping. I'm going to check. So I'm telling her, she's like, you don't even look like you're close to being 50 and you guys under 40s are chasing.
For real.
me.
I ain't like, where the lie, y'all?
I
Where
said,
the lie?
yeah, but like this last year, I said hormonally and stuff. Like I
Yeah,
just
I
been
get
feeling
that.
like off, right?
Yeah, I get that.
So I'm checking out. I'm going to walk out. This young girl's checking my thing. She might have been in her 20s. She's like, girl, you're so fly. I said, oh, thank you.
And that felt good,
And I
didn't
said,
it?
and I was all feeling old and stuff about myself. Thank you. So I left. I said, you know what? I should have just said thank you. Like, not make an excuse,
That's
not make a
something I
reasoning.
always
but I think
did.
that's where soft girl era. Like, stop being so hard on yourself.
Right.
Be
right.
softer on yourself.
And also for me, like the biggest thing was don't focus on what you're not.
Yeah, focus
but
on
who
what you are.
So I'm like, I was just in my, just being thankful. You know what I'm saying? As I was eating my potato salad. And I was just thinking about all these different things that's going on. And like I say all the time, I don't believe in coincidences. And I'm like, yo, I have people in my life that really think of me so highly that if they were in an emergency, they would call me. I'm one of those. That shows my character, regardless of my flaws, regardless of my shortcomings and whatever. My character speaks for myself. And as I'm walking out to check the mailbox, my neighbor, and we're in passing, in B, I don't really see her. So she comes to me and she's like, I have something for you. And, she's from another country, so it's like a language barrier. And I said, thank you so much. And I look and it's an envelope. She wrote a card to me.
Aw.
It was the cutest thing. She wrote it on the envelope.
Oh.
It was the cutest thing. And she said, this is for you. And I'm like, me? And she said, yeah, I wanted to give it to you, but now I see you here. And it blew me away because of the fact that this lady, I just, in passing, her mom, she puts the garbage cans and I always give her little things just to say thank you for doing that. But it's just like people remember your spirit.
Right. And that's, we were having this conversation earlier in a car and she said something about family and like, I know it's family.
And she went off, y'all. Jesus.
I said, family don't mean that your family doesn't mean loyalty.
Right.
I said, that don't mean anything. if me and you are friends
Right.
or we are whatever,
Right.
and my loyalty stands on that.
Right.
That's it. I don't care if that's my, I don't care who it
Right.
is that we're discussing in this whole thing, whether it's a family member of mine or whatever. But if I'm loyal to you, my
Right.
loyalty to you doesn't falter because someone else has a higher blood level
Or ranking or title.
like their
Exactly.
their blood ranking is higher than yours. Like, to me,
It's
I don't
irrelevant.
feel that's where loyalty
No,
lies.
you're absolutely
loyalty
right.
lies in how I am with you and how you are
with
with
me, and it's
And I
reciprocal.
don't feel like that has anything to do with me and you sharing the same blood or
Right.
DNA.
So it was just like, wow.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it's strangers.
And I thought about
It's
you.
complete
Listen,
strangers
look, can I finish my thought before I forget
who
it?
acknowledge your
She
who
see how she ignored
acknowledge
me,
you,
y'all?
and it's like your
She ain't
own
got no
family
respect
ain't
for
gonna
me.
acknowledge you.
But
I like that. I
you
like
see,
that. I like
yeah,
that.
24/7. But what I was gonna say, I said, let me finish my thought before I forget my thought. But it was just like But it was just like, I thought about something you said. You said once you shift your mindset to believing you deserve certain treatment, certain ways, certain things, it comes to you. And now I'm realizing not to reject it, but to receive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, wow, like your mind is a powerful
Your
thing.
mind is your whole creator.
Your mind is really a
Your
magnet.
thoughts are creators. They say spells, your words are spells. Like, your mindset is the creator of the existence, your life.
For
and
real.
It's like, shift your mindset. Sometimes we just get in that whole mindset like, oh, I got to do this.
Yeah,
or, oh, I
yeah,
gotta do
yeah.
That. And like, I'm guilty of that.
We all are, because we're
100%.
human, especially when life be life.
Or like when a situation happens, like you want to harp on that situation.
Yeah,
and
and you have your
continue
moments.
talking about it. But for
But
what?
and it was like a big thing for me is because I'm like, I could sit here and think about all the things that's going wrong in my life, but I'm like, I feel in this season, all the seeds that I've sown throughout my life, it's like now I'm reaping the harvest. And sometimes you don't realize it's a blessing because it's not coming the way you thought it would.
Well, that's, I think, where our biggest issue is.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure we've spoken on that before. Like, we want to figure out the how. But
Right.
God got the how.
For real. And he's showing me like
God has the how. The part is like, we always want to figure out how something's going to happen.
And dictate it.
And dictate
Right.
it. But
You go
maybe
ahead,
that ain't the
Reverend.
best way. But we just think it's the best way.
You go
because we
ahead,
wanna put
Reverend.
our hands in it. But
she preaching y'all on this Tuesday.
yeah, like, we always trying to figure out the how.
Yep.
Like, sometimes we just don't know. But all right. So a situation happened to me years ago at the pizzeria where a woman drove through my front
No,
window.
you ain't never
Yeah.
tell me that.
An older woman. I left to get my nails done.
Leave
The
me
woman confused the pedals.
How did she get over the
She went over like that block,
Connie.
went in the window, and thank God we had like this little wall which stopped her from going completely in the store. But her car was dangling.
I got a visual.
In the restaurant. When I tell you the amount of glass,
What year was this?
this was a while ago, 2017 maybe 2018. It was like 7-8 years ago, right? When they called me that I had to come back to the store, I was like, why? I'm coming. I'm getting my nails done, whatever. They're like, no, like, you got to come back right now. And I'm like,
What
why?
happened?
Like, why? They're like, somebody just drove through the front window. I'm like, are you kidding? I was cursing.
Of course.
I came in the house cursing. My son's like, what happened? I said, somebody just drove. I'm like, this is getting ridiculous. There's always something happening. Flipping out like normal, you know, my usual. I checked the camera. I see this car dangling. It was an older lady. I'm like, they had to be on drugs. They had to be drunk, whatever. It was an old lady. She confused the two, whatever.
Oh my God.
They got her out. They had to get the car out. The amount of glass, like little, I had to close the amount of glass. And thank God, like, I had a really good crew. They, like, the guys at work, everyone cleaned up.
Wow, that's good.
We all cleaned up this glass. We had to clean up. My brother's friend at the time had a glass company. They came, they boarded up my windows so I
that's
could
excellent.
open the next day. But all that in me saying, what ended up happening, I got a whole new storefront, all new lettering, all new
Word.
storefront, a whole new entrance door. I didn't pay $1, and my whole front of my store is brand new. So there was a blessing in that, right?
It's a blessing in
There
disguise.
was a remodel that I
Word.
would have never
It was
thought
unexpected.
was going to be a
Unforeseen.
remodel the way that it was. But that in itself, I got paid for closing. I got paid for all
so
the
you
work.
were straight, friend.
Yeah, like I came out of pocket zero.
And that's amazing.
I got paid for the days that I had to close. I got paid for the days of lost business.
So that's
I got
excellent.
paid.
And she was okay.
She was okay. She was like shaken up, right? But it was something that I would have never in my lifetime thought was going to happen. But it happened. But it happened, and it was a blessing.
In disguise.
You know, like it was a blessing. Like I literally got a whole new storefront.
You know what?
But it's like, I don't even know. She was going to a liquor store, I think. But like, it's like that. Like, what I have ever thought that is how I was getting a new storefront? Hell nah.
That's one way to get one.
But God was like, you know what, girl, we
one-
gotta shake this up a little bit.
That's one way to get one.
He said, we're gonna shake things up a little bit.
We're gonna do a little frazzle dazzle.
But I got you. And you know what? Someone like brought that up to me the other day
God,
about when
that
that
brought a tear.
happened, that I thought like somebody put something on me. I'm like, first of all,
That's that
was,
mindset. That
I was
stupid
like,
mindset.
first of all, that was probably one of the biggest blessings that happened to me.
Right.
I got a whole new storefront.
Right.
When it happened, it was a little shocking.
Of course.
Like the car
Imagine seeing
dangling,
that.
and it was a little shocking. Like I never thought that would ever happen to me.
But look at the
but
blessing.
the crew that I had, that they cleaned up. My brother
Yeah.
came through for me. Like everyone that
Your village came
everyone-
through.
Yeah, like everyone came through for me.
And that's what I feel like with this.
and
My
it's like-
villages,
that's what
I'm
saying,
seeing
like, we
who's
don't
my village.
know the how on shit.
And
We
it's
don't
like, it's
know.
so crazy because like the amount of support that I'm getting in this season, it's like, okay, certain things, and it's such an amazing thing because I had to say this to myself. Okay, the inevitable is going to happen. But remember the times when it was the inevitable then, but you had to deal with things alone. You know what I mean? Or deal with things differently, or one struggle. It will never be a perfect moment in life.
No, you know, life
Never.
is life. And
Life
like,
is life.
Life has circumstances.
For real.
Things that we couldn't even like.
But
when
don't-
you wake up in the morning,
right.
you have no idea that's the way that life
Right,
is
but
going.
don't let it overshadow. And I'm saying this to myself first. Do not ever let whatever you're dealing with, whatever you lost, whatever you're going through, who walked away, whatever, never allow it to overshadow the good in your life. Whether it's the people, whether it's you being healthy, whether you being loved, whether you're loving yourself. See, for me, this is big because it's like I'm starting to see myself in a different light. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, many people have dealt with insecurity, low self-esteem, but this was like a freaking cement block. It weighed me down because, you know, you wear that as a fragrance. Low self-esteem, insecurity, you could pick that up. So it's like now it took this hard thing for me to realize, wow, Tyra, you are a great person. And no one needs to validate that. It's already in you. But just situations that God allowed brought it out.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Like we had conversations earlier. We were discussing certain situations, and you know,
I want
was
some
like,
more potato salad, by the way.
She was
I
like,
wanna
you
go
know,
back.
I'm just starting to put people in the same place
Yeah, I did.
where I am, and I'm like, you know what? I'm proud of my sis. She still got some work to do because there's still people that
How's she gonna say she proud of me but put the
I'm
butts?
proud of her, but there's still some
leaving.
people where she needs to be shaken a little bit, but we're working on that. But it's like there comes a point where you're kind of just like tired of being tired, and you're tired
With yourself.
Yeah, you're tired of being tired of yourself. I don't.
Yes.
That's why, like, when you used to be like, "Oh, I don't like when you blame yourself for something." No, because I could only blame me. I can't blame.
Look,
the
I understand
action-
it now.
Like, I
God.
can't blame the actions of other
It
people.
took me a few sessions.
when-
Everybody ain't fast learners. I
when
keep telling her that.
they're doing that because I'm allowing it.
Right,
They're
and
doing
you're the
certain
common
things 'cause I'm
denominator.
allowing it.
You're the
they're
common
acting a certain way
denominator.
because I'm allowing
This one
it.
piece is gonna be problem solved.
So I always have
sorry,
to bring it back to me. I don't want to ever be like I said, I was talking to someone who I was friends with years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then she kind of resurfaced, and I'm like hearing the same conversations that I heard 7 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Like, wow, you you still in that mindset? Like,
Yeah.
we too grown for that. And she's older than me. So,
wow.
like, you still have that mindset?
Because that's all they know. And I guarantee you.
I was sick of myself having that mindset.
Let me tell you this,
so
Connie.
I had to grow from
But
that.
let me tell you, yes. And I'm saying because I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for anyone else. The only way you're going to change yourself is exposure. And I'm saying it for myself. I didn't start going to different restaurants. I didn't start experiencing different things until I started hanging with you, because that was a different case of exposure.
I bring newness to people's life.
Just ignore her.
Started from the
But
bottom.
what
Now
I'm trying- This is why I can't stand her, and then I'm the bully. But anyway, I say all of that to say, some people, that's all they know because they be around the same mindset.
Yeah, because they don't
Same mindset,
come
no
out
growth.
of their own
No growth,
circle,
no
their
elevation.
They're complacent. People are
They
happy
put themselves in prison.
being complacent. Like, I don't want to be that. And like, I was never like a person who liked to take chances. I think because I was married to someone who loved taking chances, and they didn't always pan out the way. And it's like, it shakes my security. And one thing about me, I need security.
Right.
I need
understand that.
security. It's just,
Yeah,
I've had
stability.
too many situations in my life that shook my security.
Right. I get it.
Like from a kid, like once my dad passed.
Yeah, it
and
was a change, a drastic
it was like
change.
drastic changes would happen, and it shook my security.
Yeah.
And it's like, I like my security. And once I went through this huge transformation and this like these things in my life that
Right.
I never thought I would experience.
Recover from
once
some.
I got back to feeling secure, like, I hung on to that security.
Of course, because that was
But now
safety
I'm
for
like,
you.
you know what? Nah, I'm in my rich girl era.
Period.
And I want to do big things. And
Why
if that
not?
means taking chances, I'm going to take chances.
Right.
And if that means one might fail and one might succeed,
But at least you tried,
I
friend.
tried, because I want to take my life now
To another
the
level.
next level.
And I agree.
And it's like, I
fear
never
could, fear
was that
could cripple you.
person, because I did things to make sure we were always safe, and we'd make
Right.
sure we were always secure.
Right.
And like, yeah, like the whole pizzeria thing, like, yeah, I went to school and then that didn't work out. I took those chances,
Right.
but I always made sure like life was secure.
Right.
And now it's like,
It's your
no, it's time for me to start taking
your turn.
chances.
Yeah.
And why shouldn't I have that life of
Right.
of being able to own different things or be a part of different things?
You know what, friend?
Or
We was
have,
on
like-
the same
like,
page.
why shouldn't I?
Because I used to be happy for other people, but never think or dream that it could be for me.
No, it's like, I think I was just so secure. Like I was secure financially, like as a kid.
Right.
And then when I got married, that was kind of like ups and downs. But like, there was one point where like we were secure in our money, and then something happened and we weren't secure. And then like my separation, and then I lost almost everything. And then it's like, I had to like build slowly at a time. But like, why not me?
Yeah, and
Like,
this is the
why
perfect
not
time.
me?
There's no. Let me tell you something.
Like,
and I
why
think for
can't
you,
why can't I be her?
right? I think for you also, this age, even though it's a milestone, is very personal for other reasons as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of that is putting you on overdrive, and that's a great thing.
Yeah, I think it's personal because it's like my 30s, I was still a mom of 2 young kids.
Mm-hmm.
My 40s, I was a single mom. I still had like, Gab was like 18. My son was still younger.
Yeah, and your kids
like
are growing
they
up.
were still young.
Yeah.
But now it's like 50. I got 2 kids that are their own entrepreneurs.
Doing
they're
their own
doing
thing.
well. They're, they hustle. So now it's like,
Your
why
turn.
not me?
Right.
Why not me?
Yeah, and
I'm
feel
still
like
young, like 30, I was depressed. 40, I was just like, oh, like I'm just getting older. But like, nah,
now you
not
take
my
your,
bone broth.
right. And let me tell you something. Get you a friend that puts you
My
on liquid.
vitamins.
Listen, put you on liquid vitamins.
My vitamins.
And I'll be like, what? Let me tell you, it could be any ailment. It could be the weirdest ailment. She'll be like, oh, put some flaxseed oil on that and do it about 2 times a day with a cotton swab. And then look, me the idiot. She said, But it works.
But it works.
Because you know what? Those old school remedies, that's what did our grandparents have? They didn't go to doctors. They were the doctors.
I don't believe in doctors. I believe in certain ones, but I don't believe in doctors.
Yeah.
Because you know what? They're human. They make mistakes. Just like I. Just like me. As Future said in a song. But yeah, so like, why not me?
Right.
So like, nah, I ain't doing soft girl era. I'm doing rich girl.
For real.
That's why I be buying myself Starbucks now.
Oh, excuse me. So you're officially a Starbucks now? What happened to Dunkin'?
I still like Dunkin', but I go to Starbucks.
Oh, you doing the Starbucks?
I do. I get my mango dragon fruit
acai
grande.
Is it the acai?
No.
Oh, Justin gets the acai.
Mango dragon fruit.
Excuse
grande
me.
With lemonade. If anyone wants to purchase that for me, and I get myself
She
a
gonna
cake
get a gift
pop,
card.
A cake pop. $9.06. I said, ooh, when I drink, I said, I'm in my rich girl era. Driving my little Benz.
Period, friend. Listen, because
next, I got to buy myself a new bag.
Word.
But to get my
and look and get. And,
I'm about to get you a soundboard. You need some gunshots.
right.
Yeah.
We got to drop some clue bombs.
boo, boo, boo,
For
boo.
real. But you know what? It's absolutely
Boo,
right
boo.
because for the both of us, we are always were the ones.
Of helping. Like,
But why I can't help myself?
And I'm good with helping people. I
Yeah.
still like to help people if you in my
Let
circle.
me tell you something. No, another thought just dropped in my spirit. I'll text her the most normal, calmest question. She'll go back like I cursed her out or something. Like I just said a simple thing. It was something like about the kids and getting them breakfast and stuff like that.
Hold on.
Oh, God.
See, here's the problem. I don't speak on what I do. I just do. And that's the difference between me and a lot of people.
Period.
I just do. If I see you need something,
Right.
I don't ask. I just do.
But I'm just telling her.
So
she went off on me.
She has her son coming up for surgery next week, right? And she's like starting to panic. And I get it. It's your kid.
Yeah.
And I get it. And she's like worried about the other two kids that are going to be home. And I said, Tyra, because I had to break it down to her. Because everyone's like saying what they might do or how they're going to help. I said, Tyra, listen, I might not tell you what I'm going to do. But as long as I'm breathing, your kids aren't going to starve to death.
And I knew that, but I was just saying, like,
so,
I knew she was going to be with me.
Don't worry about me. It don't matter. I have a phone call of,
yeah, that's right.
Guys, bring this, drop this. It's like, okay, today, perfect example.
Oh, yeah.
Like, don't worry about it. I got you.
Y'all
and
keep me lifted. All right? It's a job.
Keep telling her, like, I got you. If I know, like, you need something, you don't need to tell me
get
what
me emotional,
I need to.
y'all. I've been holding strong for the past couple of episodes.
So she texts me today.
Right, look, I need a napkin.
She was
Can I get a
calling
napkin?
me, but I was coming home from Restaurant Depot.
Yeah,
and
I need one because I feel something in my corner.
Jesus. So I'm coming home from Restaurant Depot. She's calling me. I get into the pizzeria, and then I see the text message. She's like, hey, my son's not feeling good. His stomach's hurting, but I'm already on the highway. Do you think you can bring him ginger ale? So I'm like, okay. So I get 2 bottles of ginger ale, put it in a bag, write his name on the outside. They're unloading my van. So I'm like, I tell my driver, who is my tenant / son's best friend / other child. I'm like, do me a favor, bring this to the middle school. Just give a security guard. They got to give it to him. Like, that's it. Simple. She be making stuff like...
First of all, she talking about me like I'm not sitting here. But go ahead,
I
y'all.
don't need to announce what I'm going to do.
No, and the thing is that
I said, Tyra, your kids will always be straight. Me and JoJo, she's worried about... I said, me and JoJo, the days that we're working, we can go pick up Jacob, drop him off. It's not a big deal. We're right here in town. One of us, if JoJo's not around and I'm working, I'll have the driver pick him up. What are you stressing for? Like,
These are just things that I think about.
Like, I don't need, like, you don't need to stress this. You already got what you need to focus on. Don't worry about the kids at home. I said, they got my phone number.
Right.
Jacob be calling me for orders anyway.
With no money.
He'll be like,
with no money.
Miss Connie, can you send me food? I'm like, Jacob, what do you want?
And then Justin, yesterday, he's like, you think Miss Connie could make like that broccoli Robin sausage?
I said, Tyra, why I gotta wait for him to get home from the hospital? I could take it to the hospital.
And then he's like, could her mom make lasagna?
I'm like, you asked, like,
I'm like, look, yeah, get it so I can have some too.
Like, my thing is, like, I am not a talker. Like, I definitely am not a talker. And I really don't believe people who talk a lot.
Right, doers.
It's for some reason,
Doers.
like, I just don't have faith in people who talk a lot. I'm going to just do it. Like, I know what needs to be done. I'm a mom. I know what she's going to be going through. I don't know from personal experience because I have never experienced
But she going to learn today, y'all.
that,
she going to learn soon,
but
y'all.
I know that she's a mom, and I know she's got her focus on one. She's got
but
two
I still
other
want
ones.
you right, and that's the thing. I want to make sure everything is good. But I wasn't. First of all, I never. Let's just put the record straight.
I had to like just tell her, like, Tyra, do you really think I'm ever gonna make your kids
no,
starve?
First of all, I was setting the record straight. I was just asking a simple question that just went into this, because if I'm reaching out and asking you or telling you, that must mean that I know you're gonna come through. But I know you're gonna be with me the day of.
Yeah, and I have a phone call away.
I
from
wasn't
the
thinking
pizzeria.
that far. I told you everybody ain't fast.
like I got a text, guys, like I already set myself up so I know I'm off, so I'm like, all right. He's probably gonna go in for surgery around this time. I'm gonna leave. I'll take a ride down there. I'll tell them, get their lunch order, have them drop it off the people. Like, I already know what I gotta do.
Right. She just was like blasting me. I said, you know what, I ain't even got no fight in me.
I'm like, Tyra, I don't need to tell you that I know what I got to do, because I don't need to like make you be, you know what, if you need me, I'm not that. If you need me, call me.
I think we too close for that.
Like, I'm not that. If you need me, call me.
All right, Lord, listen, y'all hearing all of this, right? I just hope this same feeling and driving emotion when she goes to Neiman Marcus and those places and stuff like that.
That's why I stay out the stores.
You know what I'm saying? So, the same where I don't have to ask. I don't want to have to ask.
So yeah, that's what happened today and last week. So that's why I have to come at her.
Y'all laughing at me, but I'm so serious, and she
so
is
I had
too.
to come at her, because if I don't come at her like that,
it's like the big sister love. Like, I was over there for Thanksgiving. That was Thanksgiving, right? I came over there with my Crocs on. Don't say nothing about my Crocs. So we going to the table to eat. I said, hi, friend, you like my shoes?
She took my boots.
I took her boots. I went in her room. I was like, you like them? Did I bring them home?
Yeah, I had to take them. I had to wear them. I'm like, can I get my boot? I said, can I borrow my boots?
So you're going to listen.
Insanity.
So you're going to get it. You're going to give it to me voluntarily?
She's like, you're going to give them back, or do I have to come back and get them? Like, this is the crap that I deal with. And you guys think it's normal. But yes, that is how I have to speak to her. Because I also am the reason why she pushes herself.
Yes.
Because she sleeps on herself.
She's very rough. She's
sleeps
very
on
rough,
herself.
guys. But I'm glad, because you know why? Now I see it. And even though it was tough love, sometimes people want things to be all sweet, patty cake. Yeah. No, don't come at me like that, because it's like, I need that. My mom was very tough with the mouth, but it came from a good place. So when I feel someone is that way with me with the right intentions, it pushes me, because I know behind all of that, they care. Yeah. And some people know what you need, even if you don't know you need it. You know what I mean?
We in our rich girl era.
Let me tell you something. There's times that I'm going to say this, and this is my last story. We, last June, went to our niece's birthday party. It was a skating rink party. So I'm there on the skating rink, chilling, and she comes in and she's asking me like, and I'm like, what? Because the music is like, what? So I get close to her. What is that on your head? Oh. Out of all your wigs, you gonna wear this one today? And I'm like, I hate her. But you know what? People be like, oh, that's rude, but this is how we vibe, because she's trying to say, you could look better than that.
Yeah, I said, what is that?
She called, what you called it, a news reporter.
She looked like a news reporter. It was like flipped. I said, what?
That was Brenda Blackman, News 12.
In God's name, are you wearing on your head?
And I'm thinking she asking me something. She talking about, what is that you got, while I'm going around the ring. So, guys, this is a job. When you ask God for blessings and stuff, like I said about the maintaining part, I'm still praying about the maintaining, because.
Yeah, like, you know what? So getting back to this soft girl, I think us women, we sleep on ourselves a little bit. And I think you need
a lot.
But you know what, too? I don't think like women are each other's cheerleaders as much as they should be.
Definitely
I think
not.
sometimes guys are better friends
to girls than girls with girls
are. Yeah,
because in their mind it's a competition.
Like, there's too much envy and jealousy that goes on. Like, I will never, if I get to be jealous of my friend, I will not be friends with you.
But you know what? I'm the weirdo for strangers. I'm like, oh my God, you look so pretty, because you don't know how they feel about themselves.
You don't. And that's like what I said when that girl said to me this one. She's like, girl, you look fly. I said, oh, thank you.
And I'm like, duh.
But like sometimes you just I think like we all need the person
that's not gonna let you be comfortable being
that's
who
not
you
gonna
are.
like
Absolutely not.
yeah.
That's a cheerleader.
And
I
think
need a friend.
that's in relationships
Yes,
too.
passive.
I think that's in relationships too. Like if you're gonna be my man, you gotta push me or believe in me.
Like they say in the Bible, iron sharpens iron, meaning like you gotta keep elevating, and you gotta push me to keep elevating as well.
Yeah, like you gotta make sure you're my person, and I should be that to you.
And I should be, and you should be my safety net. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should know.
100. Like you should be my person, and we should be
encouraging and
like,
motivating one another.
If you're encouraging me just to be complacent,
that's going to motivate me to motivate you even more.
Status quo, that's not working.
No,
that's not working
at all.
That's not working. So I think women, we need to do better.
Yes, I agree.
You can do better, as Little Donald says.
I was thinking about this song.
You can do better because you need to be a friend. Like I see girls who know their friend be looking like crap and they're encouraging.
But we'll talk about
like,
her, but don't help her. Like I'll never forget when I was going to see my grandmother, and I'm in a new airport. I'm lost, and it was like I forgot that I needed to put a tag, and one of the workers was there, and I was like, okay, I could ask her. I had the tag, but I didn't have a pen, and I saw she had a pen, so I'm like, excuse me. Before she even responded, she's looking me up and down with a, ma'am. It's
like some people
that energy, like instead of saying, how may I help you or whatever the case, but it's like you're subconsciously, some women feel like they're in competition.
Yeah. Like we ain't in competition.
No.
Sis. Like
no.
I got my own blessings. God already got my blessings.
Look,
for me.
I'm not you, but you ain't me either.
Hey, God got my blessings already. So what is it that you need?
I'm telling you.
So that's what we got, guys. I dropped a lot of bombs today.
Yeah, she did some clue bombs and all of that. She was getting a little
We're gonna
aggressive.
be like Funk Master, like after everything he says.
Oh, he can't finish a song without that. I'd be like, sir, play the song.
It's gonna be like that. Anyway, so comment, subscribe, follow. Let us know what you think of episode 11.
Right.
And
the word is not soft. It's rich.
Rich girl era. It's my rich girl Starbs.
Starbies. Starbies. Barbie at Starbies. Barbie at Starby.
Yo. Oh my God. Hi.
Hi.